not only is this just a space for students to come and relax between classes, but we also offer free printing. We have computers here for students to use. We offer free green books, scantrons, water. We have so many things here for students that are actually used to coming in here and using them.
We do a lot of our programming. A lot of our meetings happen here, planning meetings, as well as meeting with people from high schools and community colleges from different programs to constantly plan daily tours and outreaches that go on that we do on behalf of the campus.
Once we have to move, we don't exactly know how that's going to affect whether we're able to provide these resources anymore or not.
I think one of the biggest negatives of going to a smaller space is that we can't keep all of our supplies and books in there that we use very often to reference and to get ideas, and we have a stack of yearbooks that we sell to people when they drop by our office and want to purchase the book. The thing about having a smaller space is a lot of these materials and books will need to go into a cage space, but that cage space isn't right next to our office. We would have to actually exit the building and go to a different area. We have 30 people approximately every single week for our weekly meetings, and we split off into our different teams: photography, design, writing, business operations. In a smaller office space, likely no actual team can meet there. It would just be a space where we would keep all of our files, all of our money, and all of our paperwork, basically.
Users can expect the lab to be slightly more cramped than it was before, especially as either that or we're going to have to put less machines in there. If right now, I don't know if you visited here before, we have approximately 30 machines. And in the new space, we might struggle to put that many. I mean, it's probably going to be more like 10 or 15. One big attractive thing of the OCF is this is kind of a large space that we can call our own. Like staff, we're not only a service group, but we're also a student organization, and we have events, and we have staff like team building events, and we have social events. And without a lounge, without a large lab, these are things that might get cut.
We've been going to meetings for the last 2 years, and we've been complaining that we're not happy with what's going on, and they just keep telling us, well, that's just the way it's got to be. The new Eshleman, they already have a new layout. It's going to be a new mall. Daily Cal's going to get a floor. CalPER's going to get a floor. Everybody's going to get a floor, and they're sticking us all in the basement. That's pretty much what they continue to tell us.
A lot of it has to do too that we don't have money. Like a lot of CalPER, their alumni donate a huge amount of money to the Lower Sproul redevelopment. So, I mean, if maybe we had $1 million to give to the Lower Sproul redevelopment, we'd get our own floor. But unfortunately, we don't. And unfortunately, the work that we do isn't respected either.
Yeah, we're losing our safe spaces. People of color, folk of color, these are safe spaces where we feel comfortable coming to, and we're losing that. And I understand it's a green building, and I understand that they don't want to put walls, and that's fine, but they could at least give us the same square foot or more.
Where we're going is to what is currently called Naya Lounge, and they're planning to make that entire area called the Publications Center, or the Media Center or Media Hub, a new place where the OCF will live, Yearbook will live, and all the publications will live. And I think that's a really cool idea. You put those organizations basically in between what is now the art studio and the student store, and there's a lot of cross-traffic through there, and so a lot of people will end up seeing the media hub a lot more. The only downside to moving out of New Eshleman is that the money for the entire Bears Initiative project and everything like that is going mainly to Eshleman, to renovate Eshleman. And the leftover money is going to renovate the other place, what is called Naya Lounge right now. So, my concern is that Naya won't be ready or completely 100% refurbished for a student organization.
The plan is to move us to Naya Lounge, and that space is going to be equivalent in size to this space. And in fact, I think the lab is actually going to be slightly bigger and can fit slightly more machines. And we are relatively happy with the plans as they are. We do have some worries about whether that project, there will be funding for that project, because there are sort of two independent things. There's the whole Lower Sproul thing and there's the Nile Lounge thing, and those seem to be in two different funds. So there's a little bit of a worry that we're relatively satisfied with the space we've got.